Hello, everyone. Honestly, I feel horrible that I didn't get this video out sooner because I'm honestly worried that it's too late. This video is here to act as a reminder that we don't need to rush to TJ Maxx or Marshalls or Target and buy all the fall decor that we can see or grab within arm's length. But also, I would like to disclaim that this video is not to shame the people that do that. I just want us to think about what we already have, what we might purchase, and see if we can just be a little bit more intentional about what we're bringing into our homes, particularly talking about fall and Halloween here. Hello, my name is Grace. If you've never been here before, I try to talk about realistic ways to live a happy and intentional life. Lately, that's been a lot about minimalism, and on that vein, I will be de-influencing you today from purchasing all of the things that you don't actually need. So, let's get into it. Step 1, assess what you have. Chances are you have fall decorations lying around your house already. I would suggest looking through all the candles that you already have, seeing what things can kind of be used for cozy vibes, blankets, whatever. This is also a great time to really take stock of what you have and realize the things that you maybe haven't used in the past couple of years, and maybe declutter what you don't bring out every year, or something that's broken. If you have no decorations and you're starting from scratch, then that's great because now you can actually think about the energy that you want to put into buying things. If you're interested in doing that, I will be talking about that in a second. So that's step 1, assess what you already have, and then move on. Step 2, assess what you want. If you have limited decorations, no decorations, whatever, if you're interested in getting things, then I would highly suggest that you really think about what you want. Get super specific. Like literally go around in each room and write down like, okay, there's a tiny little spot here that I could add a little whatever to, blah, blah, blah. I feel like I need something for this door. Like literally make a list so that when you go to the store, if you're buying things, check off each item and do not, I repeat, do not go into a store, especially TJ's, Marshalls, Target, without a plan. It won't be good. It won't be good. It's not gonna end well for you or your wallet. I know in my house specifically, because there's a lot of items that I cannot personally declutter at the moment, there is not a crazy amount of space for me to put decorations because there's already so many like kind of cozy things in here. Honestly, I'm super lucky because my apartment already gives off like super good like academia fall vibes like all year round. I'm sure you guys have seen it in the backgrounds of my videos. There's like all these bookcases and bookshelves and stuff and rocks and whatever. So I'm good for the fall season. Like look at this vibes with the crow and the orange. And then this is a decoration to me. Okay, anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. That brings me to step 3, assess the longevity and future storage of your items. I think the thing that really gets us as a society is we don't think about, we have to store our items. We have to store everything that we buy. It needs a place in our home, especially those things that you only break out once a year. So if you want to buy things, maybe be a little smarter about your purchases. I'm not saying don't spend money. I'm not saying don't buy things. I'm just saying think about the fact that you're gonna have to store them. This is me trying to help you spend money wisely because I know it's not realistic to tell people to stop buying things. That's just probably not gonna happen for most people. So for example, if you have throw pillows, you can change the covers of your throw pillows. And instead of keeping a random pumpkin-shaped pillow in a box all year round, that takes up a ton of space, you can literally have a little piece of folded linen or whatever slit into a tiny little space. It takes up this amount of space instead of this amount of space. A pillowcase is a lot easier to store than an entire pillow. And in terms of other kinds of decorations, especially during this fall time, pumpkins and gourds, you can go to your local grocery store and buy those. They are a couple of dollars. They last quite a long time if you don't stab into them and carve them. And you can just compost or throw them away when you're done with the season and once they start to go bad or whatever, which is usually by the time that you want to be decorating for Christmas or whatever anyways. So I highly suggest getting real live pumpkins and gourds as decorations because you don't have to store them, you just have to compost them when everything is said and done. And on that note, another thing that does not take up storage space, don't underestimate the power of a little autumnal kind of bouquet. You can get flowers that will kind of add like a good autumnal vibe, so you don't have to store them. You can just get rid of them, compost them, throw them away when they're done. Another thing you don't have to store, but it'll still give you the fall vibes that you want. I would genuinely say if you are trying to be minimalist or just kind of aware of the purchases that you are making, I would highly suggest limiting yourself to a couple of decorations. I would say if you can help it, keep all of the decorations from all of your seasons in one box. If you could limit it to that, that would be ideal. One box or less, like a little shoebox or whatever. I'm not saying that if you're a minimalist, you can't decorate your house because honestly, that's just no fun. And we're bombarded with so much content about like pumpkin spice lattes and throw pillows and covers and blankets and pumpkins and ghosts and so many things. But again, if you're trying to be minimalist, you're trying to be intentional about your purchases, it's probably not smart to spend $50 at Marshall's buying a bunch of plastic garbage that you're just gonna store in your house and it's gonna collect dust for 99% of the year. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have 2 themed tea towels. I have like a little cute autumn one with like leaves and pumpkins and stuff, or at least I think it's so old and faded, and there's a Halloween one. So I would say in general, if you're going for like the tea towel route, that's a super easy way to have a super small, easy to store item that like totally adds a little bit of a pop of festivity to the space. I would limit it to like 2 per season. The great thing about all these seasons is that they seem to have a little bit of a color scheme going on. So for fall, I feel like it's definitely the more like natural green, brown, orange kind of colors. So if you have orange tea towels, it kind of adds to the fall vibes. I feel like I can keep the vibes going with things that I can use more times during the year. Like I can use my orange one all year round because orange can be used all year round. It doesn't matter. So I would say the same for like Christmas, whatever. I personally don't have any Christmas tea towels, but if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I'm probably gonna buy one. Why? Because I love Christmas and it makes me happy. You don't have to own nothing and only neutral colors of things to be a minimalist. You can have items that bring you joy, as long as it's not an excess of ridiculous things. I use tea towels. We use them to dry our hands. We use them to clean up messes and stuff. So again, in terms of decorations, really just think about things that either A, you don't have to store, or things that kind of just add to the vibes that can be used more year round or whatever. Other things that you can do to kind of add to the fall vibes is maybe painting your nails a kind of like fall color, or throwing one of these bad boys on your TV, just totally adding to the fall vibes. Again, you probably have a freaking fall candle that already exists in your house, or at least smells fall enough that you could consider it to be part of your fall vibes. I really challenge you not to buy another candle this season, and I bet you could do it. I bet you could, just with the candles that you already have in your house. You could also, theoretically, if you've been thinking about it for a while and you're ready to deal with the commitment and heartbreak that potentially comes with this, you could always dye your hair to be a more fall or autumnal color. I tried that a couple days ago and it didn't go so well for me, so just know the risks. All in all, just be conscious about what you're bringing into your house. Have a plan. Don't let other minimalists shame you for wanting to decorate. And even if you're not like a full-blown minimalist, if you're on kind of like a decluttering journey, I would say just try to use what you already have. I understand that there's this whole big thing of like, it doesn't feel exciting unless it's new. I totally get that as someone with ADHD who literally just spent 3 days and $30 extra that were literally pointless, like getting my hair all the way somewhere and then bringing it exactly back to where I started. I get the want for a dopamine hit, I really do. But sometimes using what you already have, it feels more special. And again, you can buy a couple of tiny little things to like freshen up your house. A new tea towel if you don't have like a themed one yet, or some gourds or some flowers or whatever. Just really think about the fact that you're bringing this thing into your home and you're gonna have to put it somewhere when all is said and done, unless it's something that is transient, such as nail polish or flowers or gourds or pumpkins or whatever, or something that is really small and easy to store. You really don't have to go overboard to make your space feel cozy and autumnal. I feel like coziness is kind of a vibe. It's a lifestyle, not, you know, certain items that we need to have in our homes. My best friend and I were talking the other day and I was kind of telling her about, you know, this concept, and she was like, we have all the stuff we need to get cozy. New crap doesn't make things cozier. And that is so true. And I love that. Hygge is a principle that describes the feeling of coziness that you can cultivate. And honestly, it mainly revolves around candles, warm lighting, socks, sweaters, blankets, like warm drinks, books, that kind of thing. And I will bet my bottom dollar that you already have all of those things in your house. You just need to get creative. And sometimes you really don't even need to get that creative because you literally already have all the things in your house. You just need to put them all together and there you go. You can make yourself a fall themed drink. Really don't underestimate the side of you can cook soup and you can make pumpkin spiced whatever, and you can drink chai and you can have warm teas and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be buying a bunch of plastic crap from the store that you don't need. This thing right here takes up no space, it is free to me, and it sets the vibes like crazy, okay? That's all I'm saying. Second I pop a pumpkin or two around here, I'm gonna be living my best fall life, and it will only have cost me $4 or less and a trip to the compost bin in a couple of months. It's like really doesn't have to be that deep, guys. But anyways, I digress. I really hope that this video has, you know, woken you up, shaken you by the shoulders a little bit, reminded you that you don't need to spend money on stuff. It's really gonna be okay. We're all gonna be cozy this fall and it's gonna be fine. I hope it's given you a few ideas on how to decorate, perhaps, that you aren't really cluttering up your house too much in the long term. And, you know, we don't have to go overboard. And as always, until the next one, I am sending you all my love because we're all just trying our best out there. So have a wonderful fall season, everyone, and don't go overboard, okay? We got this. Bye.